Hi, so I wanted to just jump on here for a few minutes just to encourage you today. I know that this has probably been a pretty hectic week for most of us. I know it has been for me, especially the beginning of this week. Right now we're all transitioning into something new. It's a new season. Maybe you're a mom and your children are home from school, and all of a sudden you've been thrown into teacher mode, which is something none of us expected. And it's something our children have not expected either. And so everybody's having to adjust and adapt right now. And I know, the beginning of this week was a little bit tough. It was in our household. My youngest daughter is a seventh grader. She's 13. And the beginning of the week, I mean, we were like two buffalo just colliding. We were both fighting one another and butting heads, and it wasn't very pretty. I mean, hair flying everywhere. I don't know if you've ever seen two buffalo do that, but it's not a pretty thing. But that's kind of how it was. We were both just fighting one another. Who's going to win this argument? Who's going to win this debate? And who's going to submit to who's going to dominate this conversation and the way things are going with teaching, and who's the teacher, who's the student. But I want you to take this time to realize, we all have to extend a little bit of extra grace right now to one another, because we're all a little feeling the stress and the tension of having to learn and adapt. So just extend that grace to one another. Throughout the week, as my daughter and I went through this transition, it began to get easier. And eventually we ended up really enjoying this time together. It was kind of a chance for us to kind of rekindle that mother-daughter bond. And we both realized, we haven't been able to sit down, the two of us, and learn something new in a really long time. And so once we both kind of settled into our roles and began to just flow with it, it really was a special, intimate time together. And I feel that Jesus wants to do the same for us. We can also be a student right now. He is our good teacher, and we can be asking him, Lord, what do you want to show to us in this season? What are you wanting to reveal? And guide us and direct us through this time. Maybe it's in your marriage or your finances, and he's wanting to reveal and show something new, maybe show you some new strategies in your home and to implement some new ideas. But most importantly, cuddle up next to Jesus and enjoy this bond, this time to really reconnect with him and to be his student and allow him to instruct you during this time and this season. We also don't have to be perfect all the time. As parents, we don't always have to have it all together. And if your week's been like mine, you probably haven't. You've had those moments, and that's okay. It's okay. But I want you to know that you can do this. You will get through this, and you are going to be okay. So just settle into this new role. Allow God to instruct you, to be your good teacher. They called him rabbi. He is a good teacher, and he's a master in every subject. So whatever area you feel deficient in right now, allow him to teach you in that place. And may we all learn whatever it is that he wants to show us right now. I know God doesn't waste any season, and he will use this as long as we will be a good student who is willing to open our ears and to listen to his instruction and follow his teaching and guidance. Then we will come out of this better equipped and more qualified to move into the roles that he wants us to fulfill in our lives. Children go to school to learn and to grow so that they can be better equipped for whatever it is the future has for them. Well, Jesus wants to do the same for us. He wants to equip us and empower us and to qualify us for the role that he wants us to fulfill in our destiny. And so that takes special time with him. And let's take advantage of it right now. Let's allow him to be our teacher and to learn who he wants us to be and who he is, and to not butt heads with him, to let him be who he is, and to recognize that we don't have to be perfect all the time, because he is the perfect teacher. He knows it all. And so give yourself a little pat on the back this week. You've earned it. You made it through this challenging week, And you still have some hair left, so that's probably a really good thing. So celebrate these little moments and just remember to breathe, relax, and rest, and just settle into it, and you will come out on the other end stronger, better, and maybe a little bit different. And it's going to be okay. It's going to be good. So let's all just enjoy this special time with our good teacher. I love you. I'm here for you and praying for you. If you need any prayer, put it down in the comments. Reach out to me.